Every day millions of people step into their bathrooms without realizing that a single unconscious action may be quietly putting them at risk. The room feels familiar and safe, yet within seconds it can become the setting for a frightening experience. A person may rise quickly from the toilet or step out of a hot shower and suddenly feel the walls tilt, the ground shift, and their balance slip away. What begins as a moment of dizziness can escalate into a dangerous fall, especially for older adults whose bodies are more sensitive to sudden changes in blood pressure and circulation. Doctors warn that this bathroom mistake is far more common than most people realize, and its consequences are not limited to a brief spell of lightheadedness. It can cause serious injuries, broken bones, or even hospital visits that dramatically change daily life. The unsettling truth is that the very place associated with cleanliness and refreshment hides a health hazard that is often overlooked until it is too late. Viewers are urged to pay close attention, because what seems like an ordinary routine could be silently undermining safety and well-being each morning. The bathroom is one of the most frequently used spaces in any home, yet it is also one of the most dangerous. Health experts emphasize that many incidents linked to dizziness and falls originate here, often triggered by habits that people barely notice. Something as routine as moving too quickly after sitting, stepping out of a hot shower without caution, or even the way water temperature affects blood vessels can set off a chain reaction inside the body. While these actions may feel harmless in the moment, they create sudden shifts in circulation that can leave the brain briefly deprived of oxygen, resulting in a wave of lightheadedness that catches people off guard. Understanding why this happens and how to prevent it is critical, especially for older adults or anyone managing conditions that affect balance or blood pressure. This video uncovers the hidden mistake that makes the bathroom such a high-risk environment and shares what can be done to avoid a dangerous fall before it happens. This mistake happens so often because it is tied to everyday routines people rarely question. The bathroom is a place where the body frequently experiences sudden changes in position, temperature, and pressure, and these shifts are often underestimated. When someone rises quickly from the toilet or bends down and then straightens up suddenly, blood rushes away from the head, creating a momentary drop in blood pressure known as orthostatic hypotension. In a younger, healthier body, the cardiovascular system compensates quickly, but with age or chronic conditions, this adjustment slows, leaving a window of vulnerability. Hot showers add another layer of risk because heat dilates blood vessels, lowering blood pressure even further and intensifying dizziness when stepping out into cooler air. The slippery surfaces common in bathrooms make these moments more dangerous, as even a brief loss of balance can lead to a serious fall. Compounding this is the fact that people often dismiss these warning signs, assuming that lightheadedness is normal or just a minor inconvenience, rather than recognizing it as the body signaling stress. Over time, the combination of routine habits, environmental factors, and physical changes explains why this mistake is repeated daily by millions without them realizing how much risk they carry. The bathroom mistake that triggers dizziness is the habit of standing up too quickly after using the toilet or after a hot shower. When someone rises abruptly, gravity pulls blood down into the lower part of the body, and the brain is momentarily deprived of sufficient oxygenated blood. This sudden drop in circulation creates a wave of lightheadedness, blurred vision, or a feeling of imbalance that can last just long enough to cause a dangerous stumble. The problem is magnified in bathrooms where the combination of hard, wet surfaces and limited space leaves very little margin for error. Another overlooked aspect is temperature change. Stepping out of a hot shower into cooler air shocks the system, as the blood vessels that expanded in heat take a moment to constrict again, further delaying stabilization of blood pressure. Some individuals also compound the mistake by holding their breath or straining during bowel movements, which alters circulation and increases the risk of dizziness once they stand. What feels like a normal action done countless times becomes a hidden trigger for falls because the body is not given the pause it needs to adjust. This mistake seems small, but it is one of the most common reasons older adults experience sudden dizziness in the bathroom, often leading to falls that could have been avoided with just a few seconds of caution. Researchers have studied the link between sudden movements in the bathroom and dizziness for decades, and the evidence shows that it is closely tied to a condition known as orthostatic hypotension, which means a drop in blood pressure when standing up. Studies reveal that nearly 1 in 3 older adults experiences this condition, and it becomes even more common in those with diabetes, heart issues, or dehydration. Scientists explain that when the body is seated or lying down, blood naturally pools in the lower parts of the body. The moment a person rises, the brain relies on the autonomic nervous system to constrict blood vessels and push blood back upward. However, with age, this response slows down, creating a gap where the brain temporarily lacks the oxygen it needs. Medical research also highlights the role of hot showers in amplifying this effect, as heat causes blood vessels to widen and pressure to drop even further. Clinical trials have shown that older individuals who step out of hot environments are more prone to dizziness, lightheadedness, or even fainting, particularly if they move too quickly. Experts point out that this issue is not only about blood pressure but also about balance systems in the inner ear, which become more sensitive with age. Scientific reviews stress that dizziness in the bathroom is not just an inconvenience but a critical fall risk, and falls remain one of the leading causes of injuries in older adults. These findings underline that what may appear to be a harmless routine habit actually has a strong and well-documented physiological explanation. For many older adults, the effects of this bathroom mistake are not theoretical but part of their daily lives. Individuals describe moments when they rise too quickly from the toilet or step out of a hot shower and suddenly feel their vision blur, their legs weaken, and their balance slip away. Some recount episodes where they had to grip a towel rack, sink, or wall just to steady themselves until the sensation passed. Others share how these dizzy spells have led to frightening falls, leaving them with bruises, sprains, or even broken bones. Caregivers often recall watching loved ones lose confidence in performing simple routines, avoiding showers alone or feeling anxious every time they use the bathroom. In several cases, people initially dismissed the dizziness as fatigue or stress, only to realize later that it was happening regularly and putting them in real danger. Personal accounts often highlight how quickly these moments can occur without warning, sometimes within seconds of standing. A recurring theme is the embarrassment that many feel after experiencing such episodes, which makes them less likely to talk about it openly, despite the serious consequences. These lived experiences serve as a reminder that the issue extends far beyond statistics, as it affects quality of life, independence, and peace of mind for countless individuals and their families. There are practical ways to make daily bathroom routines much safer and to reduce the chances of dizziness leading to dangerous falls. One important step is learning to stand up more gradually, giving the body a moment to adjust instead of rushing from sitting to standing. Hydration also plays a critical role, since dehydration can lower blood pressure and worsen lightheadedness, so keeping water intake steady throughout the day supports stability. Installing grab bars near the toilet and shower can provide something secure to hold on to, offering reassurance as well as protection during sudden moments of imbalance. Non-slip mats on bathroom floors and inside the shower reduce the risk of slipping if dizziness strikes unexpectedly. Adjusting water temperature in showers can also make a difference, as very hot water can dilate blood vessels, causing blood pressure to drop and dizziness to intensify. For individuals who experience frequent lightheadedness, sitting on a shower chair while bathing removes the risk of falling altogether while still allowing independence. Medical professionals often recommend gentle stretching or simple movements before standing, which helps blood circulate properly and lessens sudden shifts in pressure. Some people find that keeping the bathroom well lit, even at night, prevents disorientation that can worsen dizziness in low visibility. Collectively, these preventive measures not only protect physical safety but also preserve confidence, allowing older adults to carry out daily routines without fear or hesitation. Beyond the common mistake that triggers dizziness, there are several other hidden risks in the bathroom that many people underestimate. Slippery tile floors are one of the leading causes of falls, especially when water splashes out of the sink, tub, or shower and creates a nearly invisible hazard. Loose rugs or small mats without non-slip backing can slide underfoot, instantly destabilizing someone who already feels unsteady. Poor lighting adds another layer of danger, as shadows or dim bulbs can obscure puddles, soap, or even small objects left on the floor. Cluttered countertops and crowded spaces make it easier to knock over bottles or stumble while reaching for items, creating unexpected obstacles in moments when balance is fragile. Sudden temperature changes, such as stepping from a hot shower into a cool room, can also trigger a drop in blood pressure that worsens dizziness. Even the height of bathroom fixtures matters more than many realize. Low toilets or high bathtubs require awkward movements that strain joints and increase the risk of slipping or tipping forward. Medications that affect balance, circulation, or blood sugar can make these everyday risks even more dangerous, compounding the effects of environmental hazards. By overlooking these subtle but significant dangers, many people expose themselves to preventable accidents. Recognizing them is the first step toward creating a safer environment that supports both independence and well-being. The video closes by reminding viewers that while dizziness and falls may seem like small inconveniences, they can have life-changing consequences if ignored. The bathroom, a place everyone uses daily, holds hidden dangers that can be minimized with awareness and a few simple changes. Viewers are encouraged to pay attention to their habits, notice the mistakes that may be putting them at risk, and make practical adjustments to create a safer environment for themselves or their loved ones. Taking action now means reducing the likelihood of accidents later and preserving independence and confidence in everyday routines. The audience is urged to share the information with friends and family, since many people remain unaware of how these risks build over time. They are invited to subscribe for more practical health tips that make daily life safer and healthier, and to leave a comment if they have personal experiences or suggestions that could help others. The final message emphasizes that small steps toward prevention today can protect health and well-being tomorrow, and that knowledge shared within a community has the power to keep more people safe.